Hello, welcome to the Reloading Podcast here on the Firearms Radio Network, presented by Four Patriots and Patriot Patch Company. Yeah, that's right. We're all sorts of patriots around here. Welcome to episode 450, the call-in show. We may do this again. We may not. We'll see what happens. The good news is Chris Sharp's on the panel, so he can't call in. The bad news, that means Paul Loud's still out there somewhere. So as I posted in the Facebook groups and various other places, Discord, yada, 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 the call-in number is 608-467-0308. Go ahead and call in. It's Google Voice, so my only thing I don't know is if it will, like, call stack. Or if it's only going to be like one at a time. So, what are you laughing about? Somebody should call me in. Or are you laughing about Paul Loud?
No, Spudman76.
Yeah.
Order pizza. I'm
Call
all for it.
Yeah. Go ahead. So I picked up a couple things this week. First, in my quest to collect as many shot shell presses as possible, it seems like, anyway. Posted this on one of the MeWe shot shell groups I'm in, and I had to do a double take. And so then I messaged a friend of the show, Robin Sharpless, and it turns out, yes, they actually did make shot shell presses up until the 70s, mid-70s. So I now have a 12-gauge Redding shot shell press. I don't know if I'll actually ever load shot shells on it or not, but what the heck. It'll go cool with some of my other cool ones. That whenever I finally get a house, I'll actually have on display. When I get a house, I'm going to have a really cool wall behind me. I'm going to have a bunch of old powder cans, and then I'm going to have all the presses displayed. So Lord willing, he actually has it in the plans for me to buy a house at some point in time. And when he does, there we go. You can call now, Daniel. Oop, we got our first call. Pizza Hut.
I got to do it. First, long-time listener, first-time caller.
I would honestly love to do the Godfather one, but
I was thinking the same thing as
got that trademark.
XM Radio. Yep.
He's got that trademark, so we will. There's our first time, long time. Who do we got here? So who do we have on the line?
This is Daniel Anderson, and I got to congratulate all of you on 450 episodes.
Thank you.
I've seen podcasts come and go. I've seen my favorite TV shows come and go, and you guys keep on trucking. I've seen some of the hosts start and stop, and I've seen new people here.
That's that's actually kind of been the secret to success is, it's been I started it and then Jim joined episode 2 because I realized really quick after that first episode that it wasn't going to go very well if I didn't have help. First off, at that time, I didn't know a hell of a lot about a lot of stuff on reloading. And second, it was kind of boring. So brought Jim in, and then with Jason, we've had Jeremy over the years. We've had Trevor, Phil Rabelais from Matter of Facts. Travis, who couldn't join us tonight because they've got some wicked storms rolling through Idaho right now. So he was going to try and join us by his phone while he was with his daughter. But unfortunately, he said he can't. So he's got no power. But
then we have Mr. Nelson. We have the Millsarp duo, Ray and Nick Rowden. They got that smartass on there. And we have Chris Sharp.
And Sharenda had an emergency dental appointment, so she can't be here. So Otherwise, she was going to be here. So, I mean, that's kind of been one of the hallmarks of the show. Is honestly, we've been really blessed that when we do lose somebody, we are able to find somebody else and plug them in. It's been kind of one of those things, and you know. And the biggest thing is the listeners always coming up with topics for us to talk about. And, you know, if you go over the history of 450 episodes, yeah, there's a lot of stuff we've rehashed. I mean, we've done the starting over. We do that annually. So, but every time we do it a little different. We've gotten better technology wise. We've improved things. We've gotten new perspectives. You know, Chris, Ray, and Nick have only been involved in the last one. Paul's been involved in a couple. We had Trevor for a couple. We had Jeremy for a couple. Jason's been in for a couple. Travis has been in for a couple, but not all the same ones. So that's kind of been the secret sauce for that is lots of different input. And the chat's huge. As much as the audio listeners didn't really like it when we went back live and we started really getting the chat involved, there's a few of them that were really upset when it first started happening, and part of it's because of we've changed the way we're doing things, and I mean the first couple shows, let's face it, we focused on the chat and all the nothing but as we learned and grew, we've made the chat a part of the show but not the focus of the show. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes on in the chat and conversations about reloading in the chat that we don't bring into the show. So if you don't watch the video, which we're on YouTube, we're on, I'm trying to get it on Rumble. Rumble is not a fun platform, but we are on Utreon. Usually it's a day delay to get it on Utreon, but then, so that's kind of the background on that. So Daniel, other than blowing smoke up our skirt, what else do you want to talk about?
Well, you took it the other way. I got to tell you, I've had personal conversations with you. I've had chats with Jim. Y'all seem to be great people. And I got to say that you've brought me from fact finding on all this stuff to actually have the bravery to do some of this stuff. And I've been collecting stuff I haven't had a chance to use yet.
That's a good thing, though. So,
I will admit, when I first started 20-some years ago, actually more than that, about 30 years ago, taking that first step and loading that first round, it can be very frightening, especially when you go to range to pull the trigger.
You're like, am I going to die? Am I going to die?
And I know, especially this is different. Like, Dad will agree with me on this, especially when you go from loading just smokeless powder. That's something most of us have been doing for quite a while. But when you do like compressed black powder cartridge loading, completely different ball game. Like when I did my Snyder, I closed my eyes and I kind of looked away almost. It's like this is a completely different ball game. What's going to happen? Am I going to have all 10 fingers to have this at the end? Whew.
Right.
But.
And Nick and Ray, they've brought an interest to me to go in that milsurp angle, and I bought just over a year ago, I bought an M1 Garand from the CMP, and I'm just excited about that.
Awesome.
Good.
All right.
But I don't monopolize the conversation. I want to hear from people from out of the country like Ben Jim and the Icelandic fella Jorgen.
Yeah, I don't know if they can call in with Google Voice if it's a extra number or not. So, oh no, Travis just said his mudroom is flooding.
Well, y'all take care. I want to get up the line and listen to other people.
All right, thanks, Daniel.
Bye.
Thanks.
You too.
Mike, the international country code for the USA is +1.
Yeah, I don't know if they can call in without being expensive.
Well, I'll go along with that.
So
I did post the number twice, 608-467-0308. I also posted it in text in case YouTube's not allowing it to be shown
Yeah.
on screen.
Well, you posted it on Twitch only.
Oh, fully.
I got it. Started typing my own phone number. Oh, that would have been bad. We don't need a Sean Heron 177.
There we go.
I did look, Mike. It's 20 cents per minute for international.
Ouch. Yeah, I don't think we want them.
No.
We'd like to hear from them, but not that badly.
Folks, it's on screen, by the way, in text. Text on
608 467 0308.
You know what? Let's make that a banner, Mike. If you don't
Nice.
mind.
Yeah, we can do that. Paul was sleeping.
Want the text or you want the numbers?
I'm putting both. I got it.
I'll get out of it.
Whoops.
Looks like they don't have Google Voice over there to call in.
Looks like he's calling.
Oh, cool.
Awkward silence because we're waiting on you guys to call.
Well, we've got a call. Just so you know, there might be some background fuzz. Lookback was supposed to have a 30-day trial, but unfortunately they decided that, no, we don't get a 30-day trial. So in order to do it, I got to purchase software. So I'm working on that quick. You guys go ahead and talk.
That's all right.
So,
Van
everybody-
Jim, is that you?
Yes, that is Benjamin from Australia. How are you?
All the way from the great land down under.
Oh, it's a big occasion, so I might as well give you a ring.
You are the second caller we've ever taken.
Might as well.
You are. You honor us.
keep talking, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Well,
I like to watch the stream, so
Tell us a little about yourself.
yeah. So lucky I'm get to watch the stream every week or most weeks because I'm usually working from home or at the office, and work doesn't mind me having the stream open, so it's usually all right.
Good. You get anything out of it, or you want to contribute more to it?
Chime in when I can, like some of the meal cert stuff. Not really my thing, but yeah, happy to help. Happy to contribute when I can.
Good.
By the way, Van Jim, Mr. Paul Loud's got a prize for you. Since you're the second winner, you get a brick of primers. The only thing is they're fired. 1,000 fired primers. That sound good?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Blame it on Paul Loud. LOWD.
Well, word on the street from my end of the world is all our primers are going into producing factory ammo, and we're not seeing any of it.
Where's it going? Do you think to the UK or Ukraine?
Most likely, or just the factories for ammo for you guys. So
We are starting to see primers here. They're expensive, but they're right around $90 a thousand right now.
yeah, when we can find it, it's about $200 here for a brick.
Okay,
But the real big issue is large rifle at the moment.
same here. Same here.
I know right now through the distributors, I can get small rifle, small pistol, and there was one other one. They have tons of those in stock, but it's for the manufacturing side. So kind of like Benjamin saying, it's easy to get manufacturing stuff, but for resale, because unfortunately,
Yeah, one of our
even though
large.
there's-
Yeah, sorry.
well, I was gonna say, even though some people will probably try to resell them, you really can't when it comes like that. Oh yeah, for
We're
resale.
having tons of guys trying to scout stuff, especially powder. Small little tubs going for about $250, jugs up to about $1,200.
Mm-hmm. It's hit and miss with powder here right now. We're seeing varies by week. That's the best way to put it. We'll see a whole bunch of powder get released one week, but not what you're looking for. Then the next week, what you're looking for comes up, and but the prices are high. We're looking at $45 to $50 a pound for powder.
Well, we have no issues with rifle powder. It's just pistol powder, which is the scalpers are selling for nuts at the moment.
Okay. Pistol powders. There's still some pistol powders that we don't see enough of. Power Pistol is one, and a few others in that class that's difficult to come by. But
Yes,
I know locally you
it's
can
mainly
find six everywhere.
yeah, it's mainly the competition IPSC shooters that are wanting like universal and like an AP 100 for their major loads.
yeah, we what
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of the items, like we haven't seen Trail Boss in at least a couple of years, and when they pop up, they go pretty much straight away. But even all the shotgun stuff, like Clays, Red Dot, Bullseye, Green Dot, yeah. If you haven't stocked up like 2 or 3 years ago, you're pretty much impossible to find it.
It's slowly coming back here. Those the shotgun powders. 700X is probably about the one that's around the most. But Trail Boss, forget it. I don't think anybody has seen it. Have we?
Nope.
No.
When I was talking to a buddy on Sunday night, I don't think we'll see Trail Boss for a while. And I think we talked about this maybe 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
With it being its own style of powder flake, you're not going to just assembly line just to produce that powder. So
I was able to get 2 pounds about a year and a half ago. It's still sitting up on the shelf, and that was for some subsonic loads for 308. But yeah, not knowing when you're going to see it again, it's like I use it very sparingly.
yeah. Well, it's like we went to Cabela's over the weekend here. Dad came out to visit. What was that 5744 going for? Almost $60 a pound?
Yeah, that was a little high.
But it is Cabela's, so they are a little
Yeah.
higher on everything I've seen to notice.
I did notice starting to be able to get 209 primers with fairly easy anymore, and that was really tough for a while.
But they're not Winchester.
No.
You're not Federal.
No,
Well,
they're
I've seen a
Cheatite.
couple. Yeah, they're Chetite
Cheatite.
and who else was it?
Wasn't Fiocchi, was it?
Fiocchi. That's who it was. It was Fiocchi, and they've been around, but no CCIs.
No.
No.
Yeah, we had a run of small rifle probably about a year and a half ago. A lot of the pistol shooters started using that because they can. So for 9mm.
Yeah, I've been using small rifle primers, Remington 7.5s in high pressure 38 super rounds. So, you know, for when I used to shoot IPSC, so you can, you know, they work, especially in places that pushing high pressures. So,
yeah, another one which has disappeared for us is H100. That's pretty much all dried up everywhere. Like everyone is calling every single shop, and have cleared everyone out, even all the country shops and all the places like that.
H100, okay.
But we can still get the H4198 as well. So,
okay, that helps. How about your Varget? You know, what is that? ADI 2208. Is that what it is? If I remember right.
Yep. Yeah, Varget L 2208. Yeah, that's still available. H4895, what we call 2206H. That's available. Benchmark. Couple of the weird ones, Tumbo, H1000, things like that. They're a bit harder to find, but they're low volume. So.
Mm-hmm. Benchmark is good. I mean, that's a good one to have around, and I don't see that very often here. That's a good round for 223 and 308. So
you guys are quite lucky over there, where you can get powder and primers shipped to you. We are not allowed to do that through state restrictions and transport regulations. So it's quite expensive to ship powder or primers. Like, it's not really worth it. It's better to drive interstate, pick it up, and drive back.
okay. Well, over here, you know, they don't seem to worry about stuff like that too much. We just had a train go missing with 60 tons of 3200 prilled nitrogen, which is a little a little bit of you know, whoopsie. Yeah. So probably ended up at Chris's.
Question for me in the chat as well. What am I loading down in Aussie land? Most of the bolt guns get loaded for guys that shoot deer. Personally, I load 223, 308, getting into 6.5 Creedmoor, 44 mag, 9mm. I think that's it. Oh, and 458 SOCOM, which I'm starting to load for as well. So I've got an upper being built at the moment. So
That sounds like a nice round of cartridges you're loading for. Covers a lot of bases.
yeah, when I mean upper, I don't have a license, or majority of the people in Australia don't have licenses for ARs. These are straight bulls.
Right.
which is the closest thing that we're going to get to it.
Yeah, you can't
And
even
that's how
have
it
lever
is, but-
guns. Testing.
Mike, I don't think you heard you. Jim, Mike,
You guys can't even have lever guns down there.
Yeah, that's what my 44 is.
Oh, you can have lever guns.
Marlin 1894 SBL.
Oh, okay. I thought you couldn't. Cool.
There are some restrictions on calibers depending on state. Like Western
okay.
Australia, it's just banned 50 cal.
223. I mean, didn't we just see one that came out in 223 now lately? A lever
It's
gun.
not out
Yeah,
yet.
we've got a lot of.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a new
Bond
push button
arms.
release 223 about to be released as well, or about to land. So I
Nice.
Good.
think that's Turkish.
Ooh. Fun.
Yeah.
We do have a new wedge tail 223. Oh, sorry, I think it's 308 pump with the integrated pump handle into the handguard.
Nice. So kind of like a shotgun.
Do you like the
We
what
have-
was it, 742?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also have another one, Saipan, which is also another 223 pump action, which is made in Australia as well. Or both of them are made in Australia.
At least it gives you some variations to work with instead of just a bolt action single shot.
True. We still got the Remington 7615 and 7600 older, but I heard they might be coming back as well from Remington.
Interesting. Okay. Just factory magazines. That's it. Nothing extended, right?
Depends on states for a lot of different things.
Okay.
Most states are 10 rounds. I'm in South Australia, so there's no limit. So I can have 30 round mags.
Nice. Okay. So each individual state sets their own limits and their own laws.
Yes, and some states don't like things, and they think they're too scary.
We have states like that here too.
Mhm.
It's worse than California rules. So
Well, it is too, and there's Ray over there at Milsurp Duo is now a resident of a state that bans everything and anything.
Right.
So,
and it takes an act of Congress to get a legal firearm in Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Not for much longer. I'm going to be hitting the road.
GGW's question. Yes, we are allowed semi-autos, but you need to be a contracted shooter, like a pest control person.
Oh, geez.
So guys that do helicopter shooting, and yes, we allowed suppressors as well, but that's case by case status. They need to, or in my state, you need to have them registered to the firearm, so you can't switch them around and things like that.
okay. So in other words, if you own one suppressor, it stays with that one rifle. That's it.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay. And do you do any of the predator control?
Unfortunately, not. No, I'm mainly just sporting, shooting, and
Okay.
having fun, basically.
Okay. Just wondered if you got interested. If you were into some of that. I know that in some of the places they have to take on some pretty big game to do that. Some of the water buffalo in that have to be reduced in herd size.
Yeah, we've got pigs over here. Kangaroos are a big issue as well. Just keeping them under control. So, yeah.
Just
Okay.
punch them like that one guy did.
Yeah.
Ed, have you seen that video of the guy? The Roo gets a hold of his dingo, so he punches the Roo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, that's what you guys need to
Definitely
do.
seen that one.
That's what you need to do. Is you just need to walk up and start punching Roos.
They
Well,
fight.
35-70, and he leaves big holes in Roos as well. So,
Nice. Now that's the way to punch them.
yeah, soft cast loads. Yeah.
Not like when they had the Emu War, though. Oh my goodness! If you've never, okay, so if y'all have never heard of the Emu War, you need to check it out. It's absolute hilarity. So
I'm waiting for a movie to come out on that.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, I forgot to mention before we're talking about calibers. I do actually cast for 9mm, 44, and 458 as well.
Nice. So Daniel Anderson wants to know what animals are off limits for hunting.
Mostly natives, from my experience. With deer and kangaroos, I think you need to have tags for them as well.
Makes sense.
So in other words, there's a limit and a conservation going in for those native species. But
Yes.
but pigs in that, no limit, right?
I'm pretty sure there's no limit on that, but someone else has to correct me in those regions. I think it's pretty big in Queensland and a couple other different places up here.
Okay. So how many pigs a year do you shoot?
Me, none, but there's
None.
guys that shoot lots all the time.
Okay.
Paul Loud
Yes.
wants to know if you have ample access to lead, or do you have bans on that too?
No, there's several different places that we can get lead from. I'm lucky that the small bore range near me, 10 minutes down the road, has lead that they get rid of in implied columns. So they leave it in buckets for me, and I help myself to it.
Nice. Very
There
nice.
we go.
We do have one supplier, like Rhodometals. It's another state, but we can buy free alloyed lead.
Okay.
They do supply the majority of Australia for the casting projectile shops, basically.
Okay.
I think we still have the same company here too, Roto Metals, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys refer to it as Rhodometals. We've got it's
Yep.
something smeltering in Queensland, but we can still get wheel weights. So I do hit up my local
Tire shop.
car service place service shop basically, and get them to save wheel weight. So if not, I just go around with cash and just bribe tire shops basically and say, I'll get rid of it for you. Here's $20.
Money for the beer fund.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
20
And then
bucks
I
for
The steel clips back and recycling places around the corner from me, so that gets sold off. I think the last batch of wheel weight lead, I calculated I was getting it for about $3-4 a kilo.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
That isn't bad.
So that's after recycling. So yeah, Yeah. Did find some linotype a couple of years ago, so that was a bit of a strange find.
Oh, cool.
So that got all melted down. I think that was only like $50, and I got about 15 kilos of it.
Nice. For those of you who don't know what the metric conversion, 1 kilo is 2.2 pounds. So now you understand how good of a deal he's getting on all this stuff. So
That's a real good.
But yeah,
deal.
if you're looking for wheel weights, hit up all your tire shops and get friendly with them, or get your tires done there, and just drop the word that you're looking for fishing sinkers or lead or whichever.
Paul Loud, only you are the one that go around with pliers and removes the wheel weights from the cars.
Cars is a good idea. You know, trucks are better. They're a lot bigger. So
Hey, Ray, we know you drive big truck. Anyway, Paul Loud, not everybody has larceny on their mind like you do.
We know you won't confirm or deny. You plead the fifth.
well, Jim, we thank you for calling in and sharing what it's like
no worries.
to load down under. So
Yeah, happy to help out. Any questions? You guys know where to find me. Yeah, I'm on all the usual platforms you guys are on. So yeah.
Ed, it's been a pleasure having you on the air.
Indeed.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Thank you very much, and congratulations on the 450.
Thank you.
All right, we'll catch you later.
Okay.
Take care.
Take care.
That works really, really well, Mike.
It does.
The license must make all the difference.
What's that?
The license you picked up must make all the difference.
Wasn't bad. But yeah, definitely. We'll be doing some more call-in shows.
Sounds good.
But now we need somebody to call in.
Yeah, well,
Paul Loud, let's hear that rascal from Maine. I want to hear that accent and see what him and Sharp
Really?
do. They'll be going through the wires, choking each other.
Oh my!
Him and Sharp. Paul Loud, call in, please.
I
running
think,
with
I think the only issue is with Google Voice, you can only get one call at a time. So I don't know if other people are trying. So
You got a point in there, but there's always a future too.
Yep. At 608-467-0308. Call now.
I do need to throw it out. I need some inquiry. If anybody has any 348 Winchester brass, I'm looking for some.
Salvatore Cincamani, I know you're out there and sometimes you listen. Get a hold of Nick Rodden, would you please? Salvatore Cincamani, you know who you are, you rascal. He's been on this show, by the way. He's the what you call the Goomba when it comes to shot shell reloading.
You're bound and determined by that other rifle, aren't you?
I want it. It's such a nut.
Winchester Model 71.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
that Singapore.
You're going to
410.
reform brass. Okay.
It's going to be used for reform. I can make probably 7 different cartridges out of it. But the plan is to use it for, we'll start off with one. It's 11 millimeter Gras for the French Gras rifle. So
Okay.
one of the local shops has one. So really good condition.
There you go.
But we were doing research over the weekend, and it's like it was going to cost a lot to do a lot of stuff. But if I can find a supply of 348 Winchester brass, say like 100 pieces, I can have say 40 or 50 to that one, and then say 40 or 50 for potentially another project down the road. So plus dies, or like I think 150 for a 3-die set from CH4D. So
Well, it's been cool for the 2 people that have called in, but we kind of need more people to call in. So, otherwise, we may not do this again.
Michael, you mind if I throw a shout out there? Because there's a guy I think is listening. I told him to get on the show today.
Go.
Ricky Watts. Ricky Watts, if you're out there, give us a call, would you please? Ricky Watts. You know who you are.
No,
Elkblood 01. Look at the crawler on the bottom of the screen. Mike has a number put up on the banner, the crawling banner.
608-467-0308.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Sharp, you shithead.
Andy 79 Z28. Good night.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I got a question for Paul. I think he's the pistol shooter. Do you think Elmer Keith actually did the 600-yard shot with 44 Magnum on that deer?
Yeah. Yep.
You do?
I believe he did it.
Okay.
That was just my own question. Curious whether everyone else thought.
We got on the phone, by the way.
Elkblood.
Very good. Thank you, Mr. Elkblood. We appreciate you calling in.
Elkblood 01.
Yeah.
So
Elmer was a character.
thanks for calling in.
Yeah. Elmer started out hot loading 44 special. He loaded
45
bullets.
Colt too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, and 357, 38 special.
Right. That's exactly where he started,
Yeah.
hot loading 38s.
And
He put so much powder in, he had to load the bullets long.
well, if you ever noticed, the Keith bullet molds, they have 2 crimping grooves in them.
Wonder why.
Yeah.
I have never loaded a hot round in my life.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Just, because the case wouldn't take anymore.
Yep. Yep.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Zeke. I just
Zeke.
want to say I love your all's podcast. It has I couldn't reload just using it, but it has sent me down so many rabbit holes that yeah.
Good. We like to keep people interested in it.
I do. I mostly hunting and planking and some target shooting, but I've got my own personal range here at my house, so I've done rifle reloading, shotgun. I've actually made some black powder and done some of that. So, but I really do appreciate everything you guys do, and it's definitely made a difference in my reloading.
Good.
Thank you very much. That's what we do it for.
But yeah, you all have a great evening, and like I said, keep it up.
Thanks, Zeke.
Yep.
Have a good night.
All right. You too. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Bye. I'm making a call.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, Ross.
Well, I don't think we've ever talked on the phone as much time as we spent talking, texting on the phone.
Nope. So now
That call's made all the way to Alaska.
Yes, it is.
And Jim, thank you. Paul's been a lot of you guys, and I love the milsurf guys. I just spread you guys' name around a lot because guys up here are interested in milsurf.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that.
And, I think, Paul, you got me talking to HBM. Now, I'm not burning any barrels out on my 4570, but I do think it'd be a lot for cleaning, just a cleaner load.
Yeah, it'll help you that way. Yes. You know,
I just really like the idea that I just got that Cold Anaconda with it being brand new. I think I'm going to treat it too. Like I said, I'm not burning barrels out in the calibers I'm using, but I really like that idea you had with that.
Good. And, you know, just make sure that, you know, everything's clean before you start, and, you know, nothing, no grease or fingerprints on the bullets, and you're ready to go. So
could I do those with hard cast with the powder coat? I don't see why you would do it with the powder coat. The powder coat shouldn't affect anything. That, you know, should not leave any. The powder coat shouldn't leave much in the barrel at all anyway, right? Yeah, right. That's why I wanted to ask you. And I always know how to get a hold of you guys, just because I do MeWe, and it's at whoever. You guys have been awesome at answering questions.
Yeah, I'm on Discord a lot, so you catch me there, and you know, and then anything you know, email into the show, that's not a problem.
Yeah, I mean, because when I started out, you were pretty much on your own, and you hoped it worked, and you guys have just been a godsend.
Well, I think, Jim, isn't that how it all started? You know, you kind of hoped it would work when we started loading.
I remember when my first one, it was 6 rounds, 357. Go ahead, Russ. Go ahead.
I just remember when you started the program. I've been watching since the second program. So.
Wow. Do you remember Reloading Radio over on the Gun Rights Radio Network?
Yeah, because it's funny because I just learned about podcasts and I put in a search for Reloading, and you know, Mike had just started the podcast. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. Someone has been here since the beginning.
Yeah, I know it was a big deal when they added Jason, and now it's really progressed. And the guys on there now are just, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. There isn't a week to go by that I don't learn something. Even if it isn't reloading related, I learn something.
We try.
The first, yeah.
We try hard to keep current and to keep keep things fresh for everybody.
You know, and Paul, you know, I live in an area where 100 yards, I'm heavily forested, so 100-yard shot's an extremely long shot for me, but I could listen all day and all night to your long, you know, your long range shooting. I love it.
Well, I understand that. That's it's a passion to hit a little prairie dog, you know, something 6 inches high, 2.5, 3 inches wide, and them suckers move like, you know, lightning when you're getting all set to pull the trigger on one. So they're fun.
No, I mean, like I say, a lot of times the subjects don't relate to what I do, but it's stuff I love just listening to it. Like I said, I could listen to that stuff all day long.
Well, that's good. That's good. I appreciate you listening to everything that we have, and you know, with the vast knowledge that Jim has, and Mike,
everybody,
and then Ray and Nick, and then even Chris over there with his new solid bullets that he keeps working with.
I like listening to him because he likes hunting, and I respect stuff that where you need a bullet that gets penetration.
Yep. So
No, I just really appreciate it. And of course, Mike always appeases me by bringing his pooches on.
Yep. We got to have the dogs on from time to time. So,
Yeah, because it wouldn't be a show without Gracie.
yeah. She's upstairs right now bothering my wife. So that's kind of funny.
And I'm sure Ollie isn't too far away.
Yep. He's right by my feet.
No, like I said, I can remember a day when you were just on your own, and I love that you guys keep going over it for newbies, because I keep telling people about the program,
Indeed. Well, we appreciate you, and I wanted to make sure we got you on the call-in show. So, because
Yeah, and I really appreciate every one of you guys, and I've learned something from every last one of you guys.
we appreciate that. Really, we do. It's good to know that that we're giving back from everything that we've learned. And
Everybody really appreciates you guys, because it's just wonderful what you guys do.
So,
well, thanks, Mike. And you know what? It was actually nice actually talking to you for a change.
indeed, yes, it was.
Because we've checked the back and forth for many years.
Yes, indeed. It's been many text chats. So grateful for it. So.
Yep, man. I'm grateful you thinking of me.
You bet. All right. Thanks, Russ.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye.
Take care, Russ.
Take care. So Craig NMZ asked how long we've been doing this. And the first episode was March 11th, 2014. Was the very first episode.
Speaking of that, I hadn't even graduated high school yet.
Hello.
Wow, I made it on.
Yes, you did. Who do
Awesome.
we got?
Chad Kriofsky.
Hi, Chad.
Hey, I had a quick question for you guys. I've been reloading for quite a few years.
Yes.
I deal only in stainless steel tumbling of everything, but I picked up a 5.7 by 28.
Okay.
And I heard that you can't stainless steel tumble 5.7 by 28. Do any of you guys have experience with how to clean brass for that?
Okay, so the problem you're going to run into is finding a stainless steel media that is actually small enough to go inside the case. That's the problem you run into with that. Now, you can find stainless media that small.
I make the stainless media that's small. I run Southern Shine media, but I know that it'll scrape off the lacquer.
That I hadn't heard. So,
okay, that was always my thing. Was I heard that if you ran it with stainless media, or if you ran it even with corn cob or walnut shells, it'll scrape the lacquer off, and then you'll have ejection issues on the gun.
no, that would make sense. I would just do probably Dawn and Let Me Shine then in a shaker.
Okay.
Ultrasonic if you've got it, but if you don't, then just like in a Tupperware tub.
Yeah, I didn't know if the ultrasonic, if the heat from that would affect that lacquer on there at all.
Depending on what type of ultrasonic you get, you can actually turn the heat off. So
Most of them you can turn the heat off. On my 15-liter one, I can turn the heat off. I don't have to use heat if I don't want to.
Yeah.
So,
but otherwise, yeah, just the cheap like Tupperware,
Yeah. And
all right, I'll try giving that a try then.
Now, when you put it on and Let Me Shine, remember to rinse it after you're done, and you got to rinse it a few times. That's the only drawback.
Especially 5 by 5.7, it's a smaller case. You don't have to worry about shaking it as long. If you do the Dawn and Let Me Shine, you should be able to do less time shaking compared to if you're doing like 30-06 to try to get way down in there to clean that case. Yeah.
When you size the case though, don't you have a problem with the lacquer?
No, you just lube. Well, this is new. I haven't tried even sizing them yet. I haven't done anything. They've been kind of sitting there looking at me on the reloading bench for the past week now.
Okay.
Okay.
For anybody who's out there, get a hold of Chad. You can either send us an email, reloadingpodcast@gmail.com. Otherwise, Chad, what's your email address or your website?
If you look up on Facebook, we're Southern Shine Media.
Okay. And we got to have you back.
We make
have
the
you back on
stainless
to talk
media
about the
that's
business.
not the pins, the stuff that works better than the pins that's out there.
Yep.
I've been meaning to order from him for years, and I just every time I jump on, he's sold out. And so.
Chad,
send me an email and I'll send you out some just to give a try to and see what you think.
Will do. Well, actually, have my dad do it because all my setup's in a storage unit right now. So have him do it. I will have him send you an email. So
hey, Chad.
Yeah.
Send me an email and we'll get you on the show to actually do like a full guest spot.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Because I've been meaning to get a hold of you for that.
The product.
So, yeah. Shoot me an email, reloadingpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll get you on for a guest spot because I've been meaning to do that since I heard about you earlier this year. So,
sounds good. I'll give the 5.7 a try on the ultrasonic then.
Yeah.
Try tomorrow night, and I'll let you know what the results are.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Great. Thanks again for the great podcast you guys do.
You
I
bet.
always enjoy listening to it.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
All right. See you later.
Bye. All right.
Elk Blood 01 has a question about a bullet mold for a 454 Cosell utilizing gas checks and over 300 grains.
I would check with NOE molds. If he doesn't have one, he can make one for you. Lee can make them too, but I've seen the stuff that Robert's making, and he's making stuff that's more for powder coating and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
So yeah, I would check with NOE molds. And no, we don't get any kickbacks from him. So, but I like his work. Anybody else? Bueller? GGW Outdoors said don't use the media.
No, question mark. Don't use the media.
Oh, for the 5.7.
Right. Yeah. Question mark. Don't use the media.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't realize there was a lacquer coating on 5.7.
Ed from Australia, please throw that 10% code out into the YouTube chat if you don't mind, sir.
Daniel Anderson, I started with Lee product. What Lee product has kept a place on your bench? Oh, there's a good one.
Priming tool.
The old priming tool, yes. The new one, I don't like.
Yeah, I still don't mind.
You know what is the one tool that is kept on mine?
What?
Even though is the depriming die.
Yep.
Depriming die, and they make an M die for expanding case necks.
Yeah, I like their depriming die. I don't like it for 223 because I keep getting hung up on the neck. So I've switched the FW arms for 223.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, for anything bigger than a 223, that depriming die works quite well.
So if you're on Discord, we have a channel that is the Reloading Podcast discount codes that lists the discount codes. So we have NOE Molds is LOB001 for their 10% off. So
Lee powder scoops. Yeah, they're okay. You know, I grew up in the old days when we used to take and cut a case.
Yep. Hello. Who do we have here?
This is Craig and Ems.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I have one for Jim.
What's that?
I actually went back to using A-locks the other day, and now
Oh, you started a shitstorm, Craig.
Wow.
What a pain in the neck that stuff is, man.
No, it's great stuff. Thin it down. Thin it
Yeah.
down. Don't use it straight as it comes from the factory. Thin it
What's
down
that?
with thin it down with Hoppy's number 9. Make it more watery.
Actually, I thinned it down with some. Oh my god, my brain's gone. Just
Mineral
some
spirits?
No.
Urine?
Jesus. You there?
Mike's acting a shithead.
Anyway, but yeah, that stuff, it just gets all over your fingers, and even
Wait
if you
till-
let it dry.
Let it dry overnight.
What's that?
He said let it dry overnight.
Yeah, and don't forget to thin it down with Hoppy's number 9.
Man, who has overnight to let stuff dry like that?
Jim, he's semi-retired.
Yeah. But yeah, good stuff. Been listening to you guys for a couple of years, and definitely entertaining.
Thank you.
So
There's some interesting thinner ideas in the comments.
Vodka, gin, red nail polish. Let's see what else.
Yeah.
No. Rum's
all
an
that
idea too.
mine to thin it out with vodka or gin. What the heck's he thinking? Anyway.
So anyway,
After that call in, I thought Jim would get a kick out of that one.
why did you switch? Why are we casting bullets and switching over to A-locks, Craig?
Because I didn't feel like firing up all the powder coating stuff. My garage is a mess right now, and it's getting hot. I wanted to get it done.
I see. Well, I hope you're not over lubing it. Remember, you only need to make the color of the lead just a bearish golden color. You don't have to take in,
Just a slight golden hue.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, it definitely wasn't overdone.
Okay.
So.
Well,
yeah.
I still love the stuff.
I was over under and overdone.
Maybe I'll give it another chance, and I'll give it a day or so to try it out.
Yeah. You know what a slacker is, right, Craig?
A what?
Slacker.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hey Craig, you could
Yes.
you could always just use this toaster oven that you use for the powder coat and dry it that way.
To dry it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that probably would work.
or your wife's
Interesting. I
hairdryer.
would never have thought about that.
Or the
Seems
hairdryer.
to me, I'll have to try
Don't-
that too. I don't know.
Don't use your wife's blow dryer, whatever you do.
Oh, you guys don't know me. That's the first thing I would grab if somebody told me how to do that.
That's right.
You're a maniac, man.
I like that.
Don't ever change.
Oh, you told me not to do that. Let me do that right now.
That's right.
Exactly. Don't tell me no.
So, I got no boundaries.
That's right.
Good stuff. Hey, and Milsurp duo over there, you guys have got me all messed up, man. I want so much stuff now. It's not even funny. I dig it. I have collected a couple of Mausers and have a Tanker Grand, and what else did I get? I don't know. Oh, well, that's a new Springfield M1A, but yeah, cool stuff. I kicked myself. I used to have a 30 carbine paratrooper model with the telescoping stock, and I sold that like an idiot. I should have kept that.
Yeah, we all have those guns that we sold that we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were throwing around a meme earlier. I know I sent to my dad. I sent to the guys yesterday. It's where it's got Doc and Marty McFly, and you see like a old Shotgun News ad with all the prices from the 80s. $20, $30 or whatever. He's like, we got to go back to get some milsurps from 1989 or something like that. It's like, yeah, I wish I could. So,
Nice.
that's why I tell my dad, I tell everybody, I wish I was born 20 years earlier.
Oh man, I made a pact with myself. It was about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, that I would never sell another gun. And
there we go.
The only thing I've sold in that amount of time is a Glock 19.
That doesn't count.
So
that doesn't count. Staple guns you can get rid of all anytime you want. You know.
There you go.
You know,
bring it, Mike. Bring it back, please.
Oh, I'm zooming in on the. Holy crap!
That's awesome.
I just bring it, put you on full screen.
Finish M39 for $100. I want to cry.
Yeah.
Man. You know, the one that I need to get going is my dad has an Arasaka that I'm gonna make some brass for and put some of that stuff together. Get out and shoot that gun.
Wow, look at the Mahdi AK price.
Oh my gosh!
98 for $119.
Now, which
Arasaka?
Arasaka is it? 6.5 or 7.7?
You know what? I did slug the bore. I don't remember.
Best way to know is there on the bolt side, halfway up towards where the chamber end is. Is there in the stock line? Is there a little hole in the side? Of the
I'll have to pull the pictures and look. It's in my
Yeah,
dad's booth, not mine.
Yeah,
it's not
if
in
it's
mine yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's got it's called a drain hole, and what they did is that allows the water to drain out of the stock. That's the Type 38, which would be in 6.5 jab. So
Okay.
that's the easiest way to tell the difference. Plus bore, most time you can tell the difference between a 264 and a 311. So
Yeah, I'll check that out. I can't remember what it was. So anyway, I will get off the phone, let somebody else have a chance to torture you guys, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Colin.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you for
You
calling.
bet, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Daniel Anderson put a good comment up. I don't know. Mike, Jim, and Jason's embarrassing mistakes in reloading. What about Chris, Paul, and the Millthorpe duo? What are your embarrassing mistakes?
How about getting a 2,000 pieces of brand new brass and not running them through a full length sizing die?
Ouch.
Okay.
Ouch. Oh my God. What caliber?
223.
Ouch.
I
probably
straighten the necks, the necks out, everything else. Brand new brass. Checked it in a chamber gauge. Went in the chamber gauge.
Mike's calling someone.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hi, we're calling you about your
Yes, hi.
extended cartridge warranty.
This is the Firearm Radio Network, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I was just watching your online stream.
Yeah, we saw you
Just
call.
wanted to jot down. Yeah, just wanted to make note of your phone line for future reference.
All right. Sounds good.
Do you guys have a podcast or
Yes.
website?
Yep. We have a podcast and we have a website.
Awesome. Okay. Would you be able to text it off of the?
Yep, I can do
Tuesday?
that. Yep, I'll text you the link.
Awesome. Fantastic. I thank you kindly.
You bet.
I'll be
Have a good
listening
night.
to you folks frequently.
Awesome.
All
Thank
the
you.
way from San Francisco, California, my
Nice.
friend.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys kindly.
Have a good night.
All right.
Who dat?
I don't know.
Mike's
Wow.
just randomly pulling numbers out, calling people.
No, they tried calling. They tried calling when we were talking to Craig.
Ah.
So it showed up as a missed call, so I called them back.
That's a nice feature, though. So
Yeah, it is.
That's a caller ID. Question: is Otis Sigurdsson online? Otis Sigurdsson, are you out there, sir?
I don't think he can call us from Iceland.
I bet he can. If them Jim can from Australia.
Oh, but it costs them money to do it.
True.
yeah, they have to make that decision. Yep.
Yeah, it costs them money to do it. So VemGem was nice and spent the money to call us. So
I'm still trying to think of the most embarrassing mistake I've ever made.
I can think of two for myself. Hence, that's why that old RCBS has the lovely sticker "Shut the drain, dummy," because I dumped powder right out of it. And then there
Right
was
under
one
the
time
bench.
that it's a stupid mistake, and I think we've discussed it. Is don't put too many powders on your bench at one time when you're reloading. And I've dumped Varget into H1000 bottle, so I now have a mixed one up there that hopefully I won't flash burn myself like Mike did. When I get rid of it.
Fertilizer.
I usually do the stupid things like not backing my seating die out when I'm loading a case, and I'll go to put a different size bullet in and jam it all the way down the cartridge and try to get it to pop out with the puller. Just silly things like that.
Yeah,
No,
the only thing I can think of, I think we've had it where when I've been loading, I've grabbed, being that back when I was living with my dad and my mom and dad, all our dies were in one rack, and you would see, for instance, 7.62, and you would grab those thinking it's 7.62 by 39, whatever, and it ends up being 7.62 by 54, and you completely screw your brass up. It's like,
whoops.
Yeah,
that's it. We meant to label all the little plastic
Slots.
conduit, and we just never got the time around to do it. And it's when you're kind of rushed to doing something, it's you grab it thinking, oh, that's a 7.62, and
If you're in a rush, don't reload.
well, yeah, we've done it before. You can agree with me on that. We've done it.
I'm not
There's
gonna
one for
lie.
you, Chris. There's one
I'm
for
not
you,
gonna lie.
Chris.
I want to try that. I really want to try that. I know she won't let me, but I really want to try it.
There you go, Chris. You do that. You're out there in that big.
Well, I'm
near
just
the big
thinking I
section.
just got a couple rifles in for a customer. So I'm like, I do have a long cardboard box.
I have
Oh, boy.
I have a TV box right here.
Make sure you video it.
Well, I'm also thinking it's like I got tannerite. Can I shoot it at the same time? I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God. Y'all ain't right. Don't change whatever you do. Just
That's right. All right, who's calling? Anybody?
I do want to say hi real quick to 76 Highboy Reloading.
Hi, 76 Highboy Reloading.
I haven't been on. He hasn't had a live stream in a while. Well, if he has, I haven't seen it. I've been busy with the new job. And
Slacker.
hey, when you got to work on a 4,600 acre project, you don't have as much free time. I'm not a state employee anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the private sector. They
I
expect
am.
results.
Yep.
608-467-0308. Please call in.
Anybody? Bueller? I got another strike and I don't even know how to reload. Wow.
It's crazy.
That sucks. Freaking YouTube. So. And the worst part is a lot of these strikes are from stuff that's been posted for like 5 or 6 years. It's like Sean was talking about Facebook the other day, and he got a 30-day ban on Facebook the other day for something that was posted 6 years ago.
That's not right.
Well, it just depends
Facebook.
on what Karen, complained about it. That's all.
Yep, that's Facebook.
Wait, if you want to have fun on Facebook, go to your personal feed and just scroll back over the years and see how many memes
were fact checked and banned. It's funny.
I didn't know you could do that. So
Go ahead, Mike.
Hello. Who do we
Yeah,
have?
hey guys. Daniel Atkins. I
Hello,
finally
Daniel.
got a chance to call. How's it going, fellas?
Welcome.
Oh, first off, Paul, even though I'm only an hour away, I've been told by the wife I'm not allowed to get around you reloading.
What are you doing letting her listen to the podcast?
Yeah, right.
Oh, no, she was complaining about me getting some of the stuff I get, and I said I could do as bad as Paul. He measures his primers and his primer depths, and she goes, "Don't even."
That's funny.
Oh, finally, yeah. Y'all better enjoy this. I took a personal day tomorrow just so I could stay up and call you guys.
Well, we greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. A buddy of mine wanted me to ask y'all a question.
Yes.
He just bought a suppressor, and it's still in lockup.
Yep.
And he's looking for subsonic loads for his rifles because he didn't listen to me and bought a 45 cal pistol suppressor, but it will shoot subsonics. He's looking for a subsonic load for 450 Bushmaster, and he's looking for something for 300 Blackout using little gun. Does anybody have any idea on something like that?
Nick's grabbing for a manual.
450 Bushmaster. Wow.
Well, the 45 can you should be. I'm not. I don't know if there's issues with using that or not. So
They told he called. He's getting a dead air. He called them. They said as long as it is subsonic, he can shoot it.
yeah.
He's even looking. He's getting ready to build a 416 Ruger, and he's looking at doing subsonic loads for that. And it's like, don't just find another can.
Yeah.
Well, 45, is it a rifle only can or will it fit on?
No,
45
it's a
tomorrow?
pistol. It's a pistol can, but they told him that he could shoot subsonic rifle calibers through it.
Right. He has to make sure it's subsonic. Because
Right, and he's
I-
trying to find. Yeah, he just bought a 300 Blackout, and he's got a bunch of little gun, and he's trying to find some subsonic load data for it.
There you go.
Well, I know in the Hornady 11th edition, under the 225 grain, they have a ton of it, and it's a very forgiving. So I know they have only done to 900 feet per second. So with little gun.
Okay, in the Hornady 11th.
Yep, it's probably in the 10th.
Okay.
I don't see that being a brand new load. So
What
it's
what
probably
grain bullet is he using in the 300 Blackout?
He hadn't decided yet.
Okay. If you go have him go on to the Hodgson site, they have their subsonic data, and they've got three or four different bullets with little gun listed for the 300 Blackout.
Yeah, he was looking at. He just didn't know if anybody knew any other loads. He found those. I'm looking at the 10th. Yeah, apparently he didn't pay attention because, yeah, there's a little gun in the 10th.
Oh, and another option, too, is if he's looking for subsonic loads, is I know Mike just did the interview with Cutting Edge. They offer bullets for subsonic, and they will give you at least a starting and end point for loads based off their bullets. So he could probably reach out to them and see what they're looking at for maybe one of their bullet options, and he can kind of use that to tailor around if he's using a Hornady or a Sierra bullet as well.
Okay. Yeah, he likes to play around like that. So, yeah, I told him, I said, I'm no help to you because all I've been using is 4227. Oh, and Jim, I ran into a mutual friend, friend of a friend of yours on Facebook. Guy in the Arkin Optics group is friends with J.D. Jones.
Yeah.
He, I was telling him about that contender that he built for Dad,
Mm-hmm.
he shot a 16 pointer at 300 yards with that thing. And
JD Jones did some work for me too. He recrowned the barrels for four of my barrels.
yeah, he does some great work. I know
Yes,
that.
sir.
You've been around a long time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's even working now.
No, the guy that I talked to, he said some of the guys that used to work for JD are still working at SSK.
Yes, sir.
But JD's not. He's enjoying retirement.
Don't blame him.
No.
JD Jones over in Wintersville, Ohio.
Yep. Yeah.
Boy, you just took me back. He also drilled and tapped my barrels for the I forget the name of the mount for the mounting base for my 4-power Burris Bosch and Loam scope. I could interchange the scope onto all 4 barrels.
Yeah, I've got to get a new scope for that contender of Dad's. That Bosch and Lomb 2-power has given up the ghost on that 375.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
But yeah, last spring I spent the afternoon at the gun range reworking a load up for it because we lost the load data to it. And yeah, 27 rounds on that thing, getting it zeroed and getting velocities. That was a painful day at the range.
Yep.
that was a whole lot of hurt.
What grip you have on it?
It's got the I always called it the Colt single action grip, the presentation grip on it. I'm wanting to put a different grip on it.
Put the Packmeyer on it if you can.
Yeah,
find
put the Packmeyer on, definitely.
My God.
Well, it's got the Packmeyer, but it's the big. It looks like the more like a Colt single action style. I'm wanting to get the gripper grip, but I can't find any of them. The finger grooved.
Yeah, but the Packmeyer grip had that nice soft back end to it where you could, where it would, recoil and not a problem.
Yeah, that's the issue with that thing. It's all rearward recoil. There's no upward to it.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That's good.
Yeah, but I mean, you're putting 53 grains of powder behind a 220 grain bullet.
Yeah. Okay.
out of a pistol.
Yeah.
You know when it goes off.
When it goes off, it's fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the guy next to me at the range was like, "Man, you're knocking dust off the top of the range." He's like, "What are you shooting?"
You haven't lived until you've experienced recoil from the rear end of a contender.
Oh, amen to that. Me and the wife Saturday went to Cabela's and they had a 22 Hornet barrel for one in the gun case. And she had to drag me out of the room. I was like, "Ooh, that's fun."
Those are nice little, what was it, 10-inch, right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little 10-inch.
Yeah, a little 10-inch. Nice looking, nice little, cartridge to load for too.
Oh yeah.
Good thing your wife dragged it out, because otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, she dragged me out. She's like, "Nope." She goes. I was like, "Yeah, well."
Wives are good like that. They either help your hobby or hurt your hobby. Mine tends to talk me into stuff.
I got a good one. Mine just says whatever, just go ahead.
Yeah. She just looked at me. She said, "Are you really going to get any use out of it?" I was like, "I might." She goes, "It doesn't match the gun." I'm like, "Oh, jeez." Okay.
If you're worried about aesthetics, we'll teach you how to. We got a guy right over here in the corner here that can Cerakote it, and Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, as long as we Cerakote the barrel to match together, not the other way around.
there you go.
Chris, you can run, but you can't hide.
Yep. See right there, and he's got the oven, he's got all the certificates, everything else. He'll match whatever color you want.
He actually does
Right.
good work.
Yeah.
It sometimes can be very, very frustrating, especially with metallics.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
you're
what I've been getting into.
you're invited at any time you want. You can come out here and we'll get you squared away. Okay.
Sounds good. And you ought to come out next year when we do that 1 mile shoot out by Crane.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
They have the weekend before the match. They have a open range day, and pretty much anything up at the 1 mile target, anything goes, and everything else is 30 cal and under, 3,200 speed limit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Because his daughter works there, so yeah.
Yeah, it's out on a little farm out there. They go out there one weekend, set up. The next weekend they have open range. The third weekend they have the match, and then the following Sunday they're shutting it all down because the farmer gets ready to start prepping to put his crops out.
Okay. Let me know, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll get with you on Discord when it gets closer, and I'll let you know.
Sounds good. Like I say, it's open. We get you in here without a problem, and we just don't tell your wife. That's all.
Yeah, might take you up on that one weekend.
Good.
Well, fellas, I'm gonna hop off here and go in and tuck the little ones in.
All right. Thanks, Daniel, for calling.
Thank you, sir.
Have you good one, guys.
Now, I'll tell you guys, I don't know how to answer calls. Mike's got something going on over there. He's got some software installed that I have no idea. Anyway, Loud's beating up on you again, Sharp.
I'm used to it. No, what Mike was for, I just finished all the little small parts on a pistol for Mike's sister.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little bit of a pain because that rose gold, it's a really nice color, but metallics are a pain in the ass to spray at times. And it took, I think, 2 or 3 times to get it right. About 3 times before it finally came out of the oven. It's like, okay, I will allow this out of my shop now.
Good man. Good man. Thank you for coming back, Mike.
Hello.
Hey, this isn't the ATF, is it? No, I have to remain anonymous on this call.
Sounds good.
Okay, so anonymous on this call. No, I got to tell you guys something. First of all, I'm just going to tell you this. Whatever you do, if you see this guy 76 highball reloading, don't believe a word he says. He does not know what he's talking about, and I just want to tell you that.
Okay.
All right. Oh.
I just had to call and say hi to you guys. You're so awesome. I love this format, and I started following your show when Milsurp Duo invited me, and you guys are great. I just want you to know.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you, and we appreciate all you do.
Well, it's a neat community, and we're really fortunate that we have this format where you can have so many viewers coming together as I mean, all these people I see in the comments, they're friends, they're patriots, you know, and so here you have this platform, and it's bringing people in, and so it's great. So thank you for what you do too.
Thank you very much.
And don't worry, your phone number will be kept from the ATF file.
However, it was recorded for training purposes.
That's awesome.
Well, you know, I have a question. My question was how do I reload? But, you know, we'll save that for another episode.
Oh, my God. You're as bad as Sharp and Loud.
Oh.
You take the cartridge and you put it in the magazine, and you put the magazine in the gun.
Make sure you use the butter knife just to level all the powder off at the neck. So.
That's right.
I got a question for Jim Fleming.
Yes.
Go ahead.
How long have you been reloading, sir?
Since 1978. I'm not sure which.
Uh-huh.
That was a bad couple of years for Jim. He doesn't remember much.
Too much fun, too much stuff. Never mind. No, I started reloading in 1980. I have records written records back to 1980.
That is pretty cool.
That's 1980 BC.
You gonna take that, Jim?
You're not looking at the screen, are you?
You just told me I'm number one.
Mike's my number one
Yeah,
fan.
I see
tonight.
that. I see that. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to get off the phone. I just want to say hi. Keep trucking. And I want to say something about my strike. You know what? I'm not upset. You know, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't know. All the people we've met, right? So I'm just going to keep trucking, the good Lord willing, and keep helping those I can. And I guess if they close me, then I go I go to Plan B.
Yep.
But I'm not going to let it get me down. So you guys, God bless. Keep your channel rolling and keep the content coming out. Okay.
One thing before you go. Remember, there are other platforms, reloading friendly platforms for us to put our shows on.
Now say that again.
There are other platforms that are reloading friendly, firearms friendly platforms that we could put our shows on.
Well, see, I am on Utah Gun Exchange, and I'm on Rumble, and then I have my own forum, my private forum. Right. No, I'm not trying to advertise, but it's 76highboy.com. So I have, if something happens, my channel gets shut down, I'm ready to, just keep trucking. So I've already got things kind of rolling that way. And so, all we can do is just, stand up and keep a good fight going,
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Two-way forever. Two-way forever.
There you go, brother. And that is why we're here, right there.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Next caller up. You guys have a good night. Okay.
You bet. Thanks.
We'll
see
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
That made me think. You said you've been reloading since 1980, Jim. I started in about 1983, 84, and I was buying Winchester white box for 20 round for $2.89, and I started reloading because I could reload it cheaper. Think of that. $2.89 a box.
Yeah, but back then, $2.89 was a good bit of money.
Yeah, it was. Nowadays,
that was an hourly wage.
Yeah.
I'm like Jim. I think it was 76. I started reloading. Yeah.
And now I don't necessarily do it I do it for the entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
It is very relaxing. Go down and just chunk out a couple hundred rounds and put them away.
Mm-hmm. Or take them to the range tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Highboy. We believe everything you tell us. Oceanfront Park in Arizona.
We can show them. You know, I got a pound of powder here. I got an empty case over here, a funnel. Just pour it right in.
Top it off.
Top it off.
Like I said,
Yep.
then you use that butter knife and just smooth it right off. And
I got a little funny story, if you guys don't mind.
Go
It's
ahead.
about what I did, how I started, and what I did after several years. A good old boy over in Pennsylvania. He, Tom Orr is his name, and he's still a good friend of mine. Unfortunately, he had a stroke a few years ago, but that's another story. Anyway, Tom got me started on this 357 Magnum, and he had me load up some empties of his in his basement, just 6 rounds, fill the chamber up. What I didn't realize at the time, he was using a max load of Winchester Western 296 under 158 grain jacket at hollow point. I didn't know this at the time, guys. And about the time I got these rounds reloaded, I sized them, seeded primers, charged them, filled them up and all that, and then seeded bullets, encrypted good and tight. About this time, it's just about dusk, just about almost dark, but not quite. It's still light enough to see. He had me touch off one round. I looked at that gun and I said, oh my God, what have I done?
That's awesome.
What have I done? Then he made me shoot the next 5.
Fireballs are awesome.
You bet. It was about as big as my head. Well, not quite that big, but whatever. The funny thing is, then he took me into the house. He says, come on, Jim, I'll teach you how to reload now, the right way. Then, about 10 years later, I went and I had myself some Hercules 2400.
Yep.
And I had bought this 210 grain Seiko mold from Penn Bullets out of Pennsylvania, but the Seiko mold is made by Redding.
Yep.
Anyway, a 210 grain bullet, cast bullet, Hercules 2400. And I had that Thompson Center Contender, and I had been buying barrels left, right, and center. Well, I'll tell you something. I started working up a load. After got above max, I just quit reading the book and I literally struck off the top of the case. This is no shit. Literally struck the top of the case, tamped it down my finger, put some more on, tamped it down, put some more on, tamped it down, until I couldn't tamp it anymore. 6 rounds, my Thompson Center Contender, one at a time. Guys, I'm here to tell you, that 210 grain bullet felt like a 240 grain Keith semi-wad cutter over top of a full load. I had that gun recoiling like a big dog.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you remember right, Jim,
Sure.
that the 290, that Winchester Western 296, they used to send a pamphlet out with all their powders and their suggested loads starting
Yes, sir.
and that. Winchester had with 296, they only listed one load.
That's right.
Starting and top. That was it.
That's right.
One load.
Do not deviate. Do not go less.
Right.
Do not go more.
Exactly.
That was the verbiage in their literature.
Right. And then we'd sit there and look at 110, knowing they're the same thing.
Yep.
Right. And we'd have Hodgson loads starting low and working our way up.
Yep. Yeah.
That was the one that always got me. Is did I get enough powder in that so it was right? Okay. Because I was like everybody else. The first rifle rounds didn't bother me at all. I had no problem reloading rifle rounds. Handgun rounds, okay. Yep.
Well, the handgun's a lot closer to your face. The rifle action's right there, right here by your cheek. But the handgun,
you got the ring of steel with Remington. You got a a big old bolt, on a Savage, and then with a Winchester, you got all of you got relief holes in there if something blows out.
Yep.
Come on, rifle, not a problem.
Handgun, however.
Yeah, you give me a 357 revolver and you're sitting there going, whoa.
Hold up, Paul. Hold up. Go ahead, Mike. Take the call.
Hello.
Hi there. Is this AWOX Anonymous?
Yes, it is.
Whoever you are no good. Call in. Thank you.
Well,
Have you been
this is your
drinking too
friend
much,
up in
Alex?
Maine. So,
Uh oh.
yeah.
Alex
I'll be
Anonymous.
calling to how you guys.
Well, hello. How's it going today?
It's going.
Thanks for being a
You guys
listener.
put on a good show. Despite Chris Shock on there, everything else is good.
Oh my God.
And now we know who it is.
Yep.
Welcome to the show, Paul. Nice to
Yeah,
have you on.
talk to you guys.
So that's awesome. So we appreciate you.
Yeah. Keep up the good work, and I won't keep Jim and Paul awake. I know they're about ready to fall asleep, so.
Oh, that's awesome.
One finger salute to you too, Paul.
That's what I was looking for, Jim. You guys have a good one there. I'll text you back in the chat, but just want to call in and say hi, you guys. And
thanks, really,
okay,
truly.
well.
Appreciate it.
Really.
Okay, you guys take care.
Have a
Hey,
good one, sir.
hey, Paul.
Yeah.
You should go visit Chris's dad.
I was just telling the guys, Paul, my dad decided he texted me, he got his new car. I was like, great. What? He goes, a 2023 Corvette. The man's 77 and lives in northern Maine.
Oh, my word.
Your dad ain't right. No wonder you're so messed up, Chris. You take after him.
He's gonna.
Well, I like him already. He's already spending your inheritance.
Oh my goodness.
That's right.
It's true. Whatever. His money. Do what you want. Can't take it with you.
Yeah, exactly.
He's gonna smoke a moose with that thing.
It'll go right underneath one. Don't worry about it.
Pull right over the hood, up onto the roof. God.
All right, Paul. We'll let you go. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
Sounds to me like Mr. Laws had a drop or two.
No, he said he sounds like Val Kilmer.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He pretty much does.
No.
So,
Yeah.
but no, he doesn't drink.
Oh, good.
No. So
No, it's yeah.
anyway, so thank you to everybody that called in tonight. It was a blast. We'll definitely do this again sometime. It's not going to be a monthly thing, but maybe once a quarter we'll go have a call in. And now that we know everything works, I can promote it well in advance and really get the number out there. So it actually worked better than I thought. I had to rebuild the whole entire software package right before we started the show. And then the free trial that we were supposed to get expired, and I had to subscribe to it while we were doing the show. But, it's all behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, just awesomely grateful for everybody that listens and everybody that's listening and continue to listen. Everybody that's listened to the past and to the future. As we said earlier, first show was March 11th, 2014. It's a long time. So
Mike found out that day how hard it is. He found out what I already knew. I did 10 episodes of Reloading Radio, and I had to quit. I just couldn't come up with anything else. But yet here we are, two guys building this up. 9 years later, here we are.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for survival food or just, stuff to take, camping and stuff, check out forpatriots.com. The food's actually pretty good. And then they've got a whole bunch of other prepper stuff and self-sufficiency stuff. They've got a solar generator that's pretty kick butt. It works well. They've actually got a couple different sizes in those, and they work pretty well. So, yeah, make sure you swing over, check them out. Check out all their awesome stuff. Like I said, their food's actually pretty tasty for a survival food, and it's actually pretty filling. So they sent out the 72-hour sample, which is some mac and cheese and a rice mix, and then the oatmeal. Oatmeal was actually pretty good. So, yeah, overall, really good. Good stuff. Make sure you check them out. That's forpatriots.com. And also want to take time to thank Jake and Ryan over at Patriot Patch Company. Long time sponsor of the show. This is the current patch of the month. It is foolish and wrong to mourn the men who died. Rather, we should thank such men lived. George S. Patton.
Thank God such men lived.
Sorry, thank God. I missed that as I was jerking it around. But so this is the current patch of the month. One of the things they've always done is always some sort of memorial type patch in May. This one, we're recording the Tuesday before Memorial Day. Remember that Memorial Day is not for those who are living, okay? It's not for those who are currently in the service or like, a lot of the people that have retired or served their 4 or 6 and gotten out. That's not what it's for. It's for every single person that stepped up to the line, and then the check was cashed. When you join the service, you sign on the dotted line saying you are willing to sacrifice up to and including giving your life for your country. And that's what Memorial Day is about. Memorial Day is about remembering and honoring those who actually did give their lives to protect our freedoms. We talk about supporting the Second Amendment. That's a very important thing. The reason that the founding fathers wrote the first and then wrote the second is because the first is the most important. But you got to protect it, and that's what the second's about. And that's what they all gave their lives for, was to protect the Constitution and what it stands for. They don't protect the government. They didn't sign up to protect the government. They signed up to protect the Constitution. They did not sign up to protect Biden or Trump or Obama or Bush or Reagan or anybody that was serving in the government. They signed up to protect the Constitution and what it stands for. So, and they gave their lives, and we need to honor them and the families that sacrificed as well.
Gold Star families.
Yes. Mm-hmm. If you see a gold star in the window over the weekend, that means that they had a family member that gave up their life for this country in battle. If you're free Monday and you're near a national cemetery, they need help putting up flags.
Yes, it's one of the. I just got chills thinking about it. It's one of the best things you can do in your life. I've done it multiple times when I was in Scouts, and it's one thing I look forward to every year. Even though I won't be able to do it this year because I'll be traveling back. I'm going home this weekend, visit my parents and some friends, but I'll be traveling back here, Kansas City on Monday. But I don't know if Ken Brown's still listening. I know he's going to be over in our area this weekend. If you get a chance, swing by the World War I Memorial and Museum this weekend. They have incredible things going on. I don't know if it's going to be there again this year. They had last year the replica with every single name of the Vietnam Wall there, all sorts of other stuff. It's an incredible thing. But yeah, as like Mike said, if you can find the local national cemetery, if you have one,
there's at least one in every state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And go there. Just go there and walk in reverence.
And if you don't have the ability to do that now, just do it sometime. So just go in and just see the cemeteries. And if you want an idea, Google Maps is a great resource. If you want to get kind of an idea of what some of these are like, you can actually check out Google Maps and you can look at the overheads. Like you can look at Arlington. You can look at the ones from Normandy and the other ones if it's something that you may never get to. I honestly, I would love to go to Normandy and pay my respects and everything, but I honestly don't think that I'll ever get the chance to. So I know I'm going to make it to Gettysburg at some point in time. And I know I'm going to make it to Arlington at some point in time. So
Arlington will put you in tears.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of them will.
Gettysburg did that to me this last summer. Hopefully next year we're going to Normandy. That's the current plan.
Yeah.
For the 80th anniversary. So
If you're going to Normandy, are you going to go to to see the Low Countries too, be from World War One? And
our
see
plan
all
is to fly into Paris and then drive over to Normandy, and then maybe I would like to go over to like Verdun and all that, but it all depends time constraints, and that's the plan. If I had all the time in the world, I would start all the way from Normandy and go all the way to Berlin. Do
I was lucky.
Baden-Powell.
I was stationed, in Germany for 2 years, so
Yeah.
that was,
But yeah, I've been Arlington and Gettysburg. And Gettysburg is an incredible place. We were fortunate to be there at the anniversary last year. Little Round Top's incredible. All the Devil's Den.
They're actually redoing Little Round Top right now.
They are. And this year being 160s coming up this July, there's going to be a lot of cool events going on out there. So it's incredible.
Yeah. Most of your states, GGW said we have the Vietnam War Memorial in California Capitol Park. There will be services there. There's actually, I think, 3 or 4 touring replicas of the Vietnam Wall that are touring. But every single state has a Civil War memorial. They have a World War I memorial. They have a World War II memorial. Most of them have a Korea and a Vietnam. If you can't get to one of the cemeteries, then check and see if you can get to one of them. Or just have your own private remembrance ceremony. But remember, it's about those who gave up their lives for our freedom. Unfortunately, I don't know who the Facebook user is. I'll see if I can track him down. But it says Normandy was amazing to be in the cemetery and just see how many grave markers, how many men and women gave up their lives. There's no words. So I've been to there's a one down by Union Grove, which is closer to Chicago. There's a national cemetery there, and just to see the names, and to see how many of them were very young. There's a lot of 18, 19, 20.
they're all young. They're all young. Okay, that's the one thing that no one seems to understand is they are the missing generation, because as Chris knows, that they're all young. You don't get a 30-year-old anymore into it since World War II. You got the 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds
and 20-year-olds.
If they made it to 20.
Yeah.
If they made it to 20. So no. Anyhow, it's
yeah, we wanted to address Memorial Day. It's very important.
Visit a cemetery. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
That comment came from a friend of the podcast over in the reloading room. His name is Chad Mays. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Chad that was on the call earlier.
Very good.
So I just couldn't get to Facebook to see the comment. So
that's all right. I had the time to look it up.
Thank you. So All right, gang. Yeah, and like I said, if you can't visit this weekend and you can't visit Monday, then make a plan to go soon. So, yeah. But, all right, gang. Anybody got any shout outs?
Ricky Watts, I'll shout out again. Hope you're out there, bud.
Thanks to everybody that called. Like I said, next time we'll give a lot more leeway, a lot more lead time when we're going to call in. So, and we'll post the number earlier. I didn't post the number earlier because I didn't know how we were going to wind up doing it because I was looking into a couple of different options. Now that we know this one works, we'll be using the Google Voice number. So, but remember, you can call that number anytime and leave us a voicemail, or you can send us a text message that way. The one thing I ask is with Google Voice, there is no caller ID. So it does not tell me who it is that called. So if you send a text, leave your name, first name at least. And if you leave a voicemail, make sure you leave your first name, please. You can also send an email, reloadingpodcast@gmail.com. You can find us on almost all social media platforms. So we're on Instagram, we're on MeWe, we're on Discord, we're on Facebook. We're not on Twitter. And we're not on Snapchat. Sorry. Not doing those two.
Thanks, Val. Appreciate it.
Anyway, Paul Loud said, another great podcast, and Jim Fleming, you still have room for improvement. It's awesome. And on that note, keep your brass shiny.
Jump on the Millsarp short bus.
Teach them shoot and reload when they're young.
Shoot smarter, not harder.
Grandpa said, don't listen to your mama. Violence does solve problems.
And I like to throw the tagline out there. Support the Second Amendment. It's our future. It defends every other item, every other amendment of the Bill of Rights, including the first. Second is the backbone and the teeth. Go ahead, Mike.
And if you're struggling with your mental health, which is important to pay attention to, if you're struggling, or you know somebody who's struggling, there's help out there. You can call 1-800-823 or dang nabbit, I've said this so many times. Good grief. Brain fart. You can dial 988 from a cellular phone or 1-800-273-8255 from a regular phone. Reach out, get help. Make sure we want you here. We need you here. It's actually strength and courage. It's a sign of strength and a sign of courage to reach out and say that you need mental health help and to get it. So it's not chicken shit. It's not cowardice. It is courage. It is strength to admit that and reach out and get it. So, and on that, thank you much. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.